This is the English cut, or the alternative to the process paper for my English project. I started out the video with the panorama shot of the weight room because weight rooms are known as a symbol of training and exercise and strength, which is the main topic of what I was talking about in my video. Also, through the first 3 shots or 4 shots, I had the background music called Hand Covers Bruise, which is a instrumental song that was used in the movie The Social Network. I used that song because it's well known, so it would draw the audience in. However, it has more of a sinister tone, kind of gets you questioning what the mood is, and I used that just to outline the fact that I was talking about something that was an issue, and it wasn't necessarily a positive tone to the music. I then transitioned to the basketball court just to get some variety in not only the scenery, but also the fact that there were actual athletes playing in the gym. And then I transitioned to the panorama of the soccer field just to get some variety in what sports I was showing. I then showed the compilation of the different athletes with different sports, because I was addressing the different lengths and the different measures that athletes would go to attain their goals. And in that picture, people are either celebrating, the picture on the far left is someone who did not reach their goal, and then on the far right are people holding awards. So that tied in well with what I was talking with the voiceover. I then gave the NSCA's definition of what overtraining is to give more of an official definition of overtraining rather than just my personal definition. I then transitioned into a personal narrative about how I had torn my ACL because of overtraining. I did this not only to add an emotional appeal to the video, but also to show that I had personal experience with this issue, which I feel helps the viewer, so I'm not just some third party who doesn't really care about the issue and was just hired to talk about it. Rather, I'm someone who's gone through an experience like this myself, and I'm able to actually convey from a personal standpoint how serious of an issue this is. I included the picture of my post-surgical knee, just to kind of add the shock factor, the wow factor, and even though it's a grotesque image, it really shows what exactly overtraining can result in. I then moved into the interview with Dr. Burnaby because I wanted to add the professional, the medical opinion as well. Unfortunately, I was unable to hold a video interview with Dr. Burnaby, so that's why I used his official picture as the first clip, and then I used a picture of the Camdenton High School bleachers as the second clip while I was talking about that interview, because that was the area in the interview that we were talking about his involvement with the high school sports, like track and football, and I figured I could incorporate a visual of the high school as well as the audio, and then I transitioned back to a picture of Dr. Burnaby just to bring things around to show that was who I had the interview with. Then I transitioned into some still photos with statistics laid over them. Again, I had the Hand Covers Bruise playing in the background for the same reasons as before. It was a well-known tune. It's an instrumental, so it doesn't distract from the words that are on the pictures. I started with the baseball practice picture again, to get some variety. I hadn't addressed baseball yet in the video. And I was using the statistics really to bring a factual side into the video that I hadn't really gotten to before. I had gotten to the emotional and a professional, but not quite a factual side. And I included the 6 hours a day with athletes playing sports, just because that's a quite substantial percentage of the day. It's about 25% of the day that student athletes are practicing their sports, and I thought that was a rather interesting statistic. I then transitioned to the shot of the ambulance, because the stat that I had on top of that ambulance deals with the percentage of athletes who get injured in their respective sports. So I figured the injuries and the ambulance went together hand in hand. Then I addressed the fact that the training isn't only affecting the athletes, but it's also affecting the schools with the transition. And I talked about Lake Oswego High School, which is actually my hometown, in the summer of 2012 when they spent $500,000 on a new turf field. And to put that in perspective, I outlined the fact that the same year that they made that new turf field, they laid off 4 staff members because of budget cuts, which seems like a double standard, that they would spend all this money to create a new athletic facility. However, they're going to be cutting money back from the program and cutting teachers. It just didn't make sense. And then I finished the video with a for more information section, which was like a call to action, so viewers could potentially call in or visit a website to learn what they can do or more information about overtraining. They're obviously fictional websites and phone number, but it was more for the mood of the video, so the people could feel like they were actually able to do something. So that's been my director's cut, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.